Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And unsurprisingly, Doctor Who is now canonically gay.
Yes, because of course.
Because of course, last week they reintroduced David Tennant's Doctor. He's now the 14th Doctor. He was the 10th Doctor, and they made sure to let him know that he is a lesser person now since he was a woman and then he became a man and they had to drag him down. They also had to lecture the Doctor, who's been around for a very, very, very long time, on proper pronoun usage. That was a big point in the episode. And the ratings were not great for David Tennant. They thought bringing David Tennant back was going to save this show. And the ratings were actually worse this week for the second special. And now, yes, it would appear that David Tennant's Doctor is gay. Not surprised at all. I kind of wondered how they were going to handle that, because now that the Doctor can flip genders.
No. Look, think about this though. When the Doctor was male all the time, liked girls. When Doctor was female, also liked girls.
That is true.
So you're like, okay, it actually tracks, because he was a dude all the time, so it makes more sense that he still likes women. Okay,
kind of like Cora.
Female people.
Kind of like Cora.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Female presenting persons.
It makes sense that he still likes women, and then you get to this now. All of a sudden, he's gay for no reason.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't even make sense. It's bullshit. It's because Russell T Davies wanted to make sure he got in there because he's gay.
So the whole thing with Rose and him being married to River Song across multiple generations.
Oh, no, that was just a phase.
That was a phase.
He saw, a race swapped Isaac Newton, and now he's gay.
Yeah, they race swapped Isaac Newton.
Takes a look at Isaac Newton, and then,
Oh, God. He loves those apples. He wants to take a bite. Well, let's talk about it.
Once you get Newt, your sexuality's moot. I'm just saying.
I am not angry. I'm going to be honest. It's the same thing with the Nightcrawler thing. I have gotten to the point now where I'm like, you know what? I have already written this show off as being dead to me.
I would be more
surprised. So I don't give a shit what they do.
I'd be more surprised they didn't go there.
I would too.
I was expecting it.
We have to make sure everybody knows he's very, very pansexual.
Wait.
Because we have a new doc coming.
So they just dressed him down the last time. If you were a woman, you'd understand. But now he's gay too?
No, now...
So you just dissed the gay guy?
Yes. So as he sachets out of the TARDIS, it's like, but they have a gay dude. I think he's gay. The next guy.
So they're setting this up for that reason. That's what's going on.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Is that what this whole thing's about?
Yes, we have to make sure everybody knows the Doctor likes dick. So when they hook the Doctor up with a dude during the next run,
and they're like, "Why are our ratings down?" Because they said a lot of the reason a lot of women tuned in, there was a lot of the big audiences, was because they wanted to see the cute doctors. So that was actually a huge driver of viewership for Doctor Who. The love triangle, which I know a lot of classic Who fans hated it because the Doctor was not romantically involved with anybody back in the old show, the classic Doctor Who. Since the new ones.
Since the new one, we had Rose and we had River Song. And
do not like River Song. Sorry, I still don't like her.
Kind of, sort of with Amy, but the formula was for the first several years: young, good-looking-ish Doctor, female companion, possible sparks, possible romantic interest. And I remember when they were introducing Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, that somebody from the show, I think it was San Diego Comic-Con, told an audience full of women that they didn't want to be the Doctor's companion. They wanted to be the Doctor. And that's why they were making the Doctor a woman. And there were women in the audience that were like, no, I actually want to travel with the Doctor. That's
I like the Doctor. That's why I want to be with a doctor. I want to go hang out with him. And
I want to
do
play
fun
Doctor
stuff.
with the Doctor.
Well, sometimes you just want to go with it. I mean, like, you like the character, so you wanted to go with him. But you're like, I don't want to go with her. I wanted to go with him.
Yeah.
And it's just whatever. But of course they went there because,
Of course they did. And again, I'm actually not angry. I want people to be.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised. That's the thing. I'm not surprised. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Everything that you're doing to this show, you are going to drive off the remainder of your audience. There was one chance to save it. Russell T Davies, who I know you got in you to be brilliant. You've been before, but I don't know what the hell has happened. They're doubling down apparently on the timeless child thing.
They did.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about this. And I'm up front, I'm going to tell you, this is not a review of the episode. I've seen clips. I'm not sitting through this. I don't care.
I'm not a masochist, sorry.
I'm not a masochist. The shit's dead to me. It's been dead to me since like the second or third episode of Jodie Whittaker's run, and especially after the Timeless Children. I'm like, unless they retcon that, I am never going back. And they're not. They're doubling down on it. So I'm like, whatever. I watched some clips. I'm like, of course they went there. So we're going to talk about like some of the reactions to this, and then we're going to talk about the ratings. And I think we're going to see a rapid decline in ratings. We're already getting back down into Jodie Whittaker numbers with David Tennant and Catherine Tate, which I did not think would happen. But here we are. So before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Woohoo. So yeah, it's come from the Standard, and this is a positive review. Peak woke for Doctor Who. Isaac Newton was of Indian heritage, and the Doctor fancies him. Yes, David Tennant is back in the swing of things as the Doctor in gleefully freewheeling fashion. Strap in for
That's what I thought it said.
a boundary-breaking classic. Isaac Newton, yeah, here, very first sentence. Isaac Newton had Indian heritage, and the Doctor is gay and fancies him.
Yeah, that's what they're running with, guys.
Yes, the returning showrunner Russell T Davies' second episode back continues to gleefully rub the faces of the haters in a big pile of steaming woe.
Let me get this. Okay.
Haters.
But wait a minute. Since but I thought that these shows weren't going that way. Since these shows have tripled down on these things, since Whittaker and moving on from there, and they keep pushing these things so much. The haters have become quite a big number because there's more people that supposedly are quote unquote haters not watching your show than there are people who are actually watching the damn show. You've lost so much of your audience. It's ridiculous. Owning the haters right now would probably be the last thing you should be doing. What you should be doing is, what can we use to unite people? What story elements can we use to make everybody happy? How can we bring our other audiences back with our new audiences and find a way to tell good stories and still get diversity and inclusion in there, but keep our audience engaged and keep them happy? No, they're owning the haters with a big pile of steaming woke. Yeah, steaming woke sounds about right.
So yeah, there was an offhand remark. There was a conversation toward the end of the episode where Donna Noble says, "Wasn't Isaac Newton hot?" And David Tennant goes, I don't know if I can show the clip because I'll probably get copyright struck. So you're going to have to deal with my reading it here. He was so hot. Oh, is that who I am now? Slightly taken aback at this apparent change of sexuality. This reads like a Wattpad story. In his new incarnation. Well, it was never far from the surface, Donna deadpans. Wait, the Doctor isn't gay, and I think you'll find Sir Isaac was very much white, splutter 1,000 GB news trolls in their front rooms before hurling their toad in the holes.
Most of the fucking fans who are like, what the hell? What the hell did I just watch? I'm sorry, the ones you have left. You already don't have many left, and then you're going this way on top of it. And then, like I said, remember we talked before about the last week how these authors, these journalists were out there trying to own people, and they're actually just turning people off, and that they're actually going to hurt the franchise more with their stupidity. Well, who's this dipshit?
Martin Robinson.
So throw Martin Robinson on the list of morons who are anti-help, and their glee that try to own the chuds, they are just doing more damage to the fact that they aren't getting any audiences back.
Here's his review from last week's episode. Doctor Who, Tennant is back, but the woke police won't be happy. The GB News.
Guy?
Yes.
Can he do an article without talking about wokeness?
Here come the woke police. So for fuck's sake. Okay, so let's talk about this because last week that was a historic low for David Tennant. There was only 5 million people that tuned in. Apparently there were 6 million people, and then throughout the airing of the episode, it dropped down to 5. I'm guessing they tuned out, is what I'm thinking.
Right, but
yeah,
but they're just haters. It's like, everybody who doesn't like the show are just anti-woke haters.
GB News trolls.
I hate that word.
So this is come from the Radio Times. Doctor Who Wild Blue Yonder ratings revealed. So remember, it was a low for David Tennant, 5 million. This episode had an overnight rating of 4.83 million, according to figures quoted by the BBC's entertainment correspondent Liza Mazimba, which marks a slight dip when compared to the Star Beast.
How many people stayed the whole time?
That's a good thought there. I don't know. As ever, the 7-day and 28-day consolidators will be the most significant figures. I think you're losing your audience there, Lizo, however you pronounce your name. I'm very sorry. I think it's potentially sensitive content. What? What's potentially sensitive about this? Yeah. So look, you're losing viewers, and you're going to lose viewers after this week too. I'm calling it now. You will lose viewers. Next week will not be that good either. And then when you transition, no pun intended, to the new doctor, I think it's going to drop off a cliff because a lot of people are just tuning in for Tenet.
Yeah, I think
and then
so
they're
too.
out. And then we're back to Jodie Whittaker numbers. You know, and you had one shot to bring people back. But the thing is, you don't want certain people to come back.
They're turning off so many people. Anybody who doesn't like the new changes to Doctor Who and, you know, Timeless Child and all that shit, they're just horrible, awful haters. And that's making them even more upset and angry and not coming back. Because a lot of people are just genuinely nice people. And they are not, you know, istophobic in any way. They just think that is stupid. And they're like, why are we doing this? And then now you're like, you're just shoehorning stuff in there just to like say, oh, now he's gay too. It's like, well, okay, I guess he's bi then because he liked women also. But that just doesn't make sense. Like Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who liking women made sense because Doctor Who liked women.
Well,
always liked women.
Prior to the Timeless Children, we thought Jodie Whittaker's Doctor was the first female incarnation. You know, so I'm sure the Doctor's been with all kinds of people.
I'm sure
the
Doctor's just Captain Jack Harkness.
Exactly. Like, come on. You know, he must keep it up for an old guy, gal. They, them. So I kind of miss Stephen Moffat. Now, a lot of people weren't happy with him during Capaldi's era because of the Bill stuff and the, you know, some of this stuff was starting to creep into it.
Wait a minute. Sorry to say. Wait. So the Doctor's been male and female many, many times, but they didn't understand pronouns.
Yes, that has been brought up. Yes, they're like, wait, the Doctor's been male and female,
but didn't understand pronouns,
and the Doctor's been around aliens of all genders and
but I mean,
whatever.
Just the Doctor personally, if according to the Timeless Child, has been male, female, all over the place, all kinds of stuff, doesn't understand identifiers and pronouns and what it means and how it feels. That they had to lecture him now because he's him right now.
Yeah.
Over it.
Yes, and also, did you know that when women transition into men, they get dumber, and you're totally allowed to make fun of them?
So when if men transition to women, they get smarter?
Apparently, that's how it works. I'd be pissed.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
cut you off.
If
If I were a trans man,
I was like, wait a minute.
I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed about that.
If I was I'd be pissed if I was a gay guy because I'd be like, you're just pandering at this point.
So
you're using my identity to like, I don't know.
To own the chuds, basically. That's what they're doing. That's what, you know.
And this is gonna make more people pissed. Why would you do that?
It's anyway. Like, what would be the ultimate fuck you to these toxic fans?
To just fans in general. Let's do that. And if you don't like it, it's because you're a bad person. Let's
bring David Tennant back and use him to tell these people to go fuck themselves. Wouldn't that be epic? Oh, that's really going to help the ratings, Russell. That's fantastic.
That's going to keep the fans.
They're totally going to give the new Doctor a chance after that. Absolutely. But Stephen Moffat. No, that's okay. I was going to say about Stephen Moffat. Stephen Moffat actually said a couple of years ago, he said that, you know, it's his job to, even though he has his own political views, to try to create stories for the broadest possible audience.
Which is what his job is, yes.
Yeah, and people were mad because of the Missy thing, which I loved Missy personally. I think it worked. People were mad about Bill because everybody knew how gay she was. Oh, God, every
episode. Did I mention that I was a lesbian?
She just needs a shirt that says, I'm Bill and I'm gay.
I mean, that's all they had to do because every episode they had to make sure you knew. It's like, yes, we know.
Yes, Bill. Everybody knows how gay you are. Yes, we get it.
I go around every day and being like, hey, guys, guess what? I like dick. Hey, guys, I'm straight.
Who's dick?
Did I mention I like men? Did I mention that I like penis? Did I mention that I'm straight? Hey, just in case I didn't tell you today, just so you know, I like guys.
Yeah, right.
I was afraid you might forget since yesterday.
Yes. So that annoyed people, but still, like, even at his worst, Moffat was not like this, right? So I kind of miss that. Like, you can have your own beliefs. You can be like, yeah, let's push the envelope a little bit, not like slap people upside the head with it. And for all those people who are like, Doctor Who's always been progressive and woke. There is a difference between being liberal and being progressive and being quote unquote woke. Woke is when you get screamed at by the television. Progressive is when you just show things as they are and try to get subtle messages across, make people think a little bit, right, about your position. That is kind of historically been the difference. That's the difference between classic Who and new Who, classic Star Trek, and wherever the hell they're doing with Discovery. Anyway, here are some reactions on Twitter.
Oh boy.
David Tennant's doctor can't be gay. He loved Rose Tyler. David Tennant's doctor also called the master beautiful and begged him to travel the stars with him and cradled his dying body in his arms. Like, be serious. I always figured they were more like brothers.
You're not allowed to be. You're not allowed to be brothers or friends.
The doctor has always been a pansexual slut.
Okay.
I'm just going to stop right there. There was like no sex in old Doctor Who at all. Like, people were actually very angry when the doctor was kind of hooking up with Rose Tyler. They're like, the doctor doesn't do it. Doctor is pretty much asexual. He just, the TARDIS is his wife.
Next comment. Wasn't expecting this tweet to blow up, but all I have to add to the people who are starting to find it and you're defending heterosexually a fictional alien, this woman, I'm assuming it's a woman, started it by having a hissy fit about the sexuality of a fictional alien. Her initial tweet was about, he's gay and obsessed, and being obsessed with the fictional sexuality of an alien. And two, you're a loser and you're objectively wrong according to the text. What text? Your text? Like, you're a loser. So what? You're a loser because you're obsessed with sexuality of an alien. That was what her whole tweet was to start with.
Yeah. Well, it blew up.
Well, no one said this person was very smart.
Yeah, I hate it when people are like, well, this tweet blew up. Oh my golly, gee willikers, unexpected attention. All right, this one here. This actually shows the scene. Was it me or was Isaac Newton hot? He was, wasn't he? He was so hot. Oh, is that who I am now? This is the face of the fandom right now.
Yeah, but because we have to sign up for the next guy.
Well, it was never that far from the surface, mate.
Yeah, it was.
Except for Rose and how, he bent time and space and River Song and all of that shit. Yeah, none of that matters anymore.
No, because, we have to set up so the next guy can be gay.
Let's see.
We're just doing OCs for Davies now.
We're doing OCs in every franchise. This is why people are getting pissed, right? Legacy characters, everything is fan fiction now. It's all fan fiction, And again, I want to be clear. I'm not angry. I'm indifferent. I'm just like, of course. I'm like, I'm still out. I had a sliver of hope for Davies to come back and bring back proper Doctor Who and retcon that Timeless Children shit.
Yeah, mostly I don't even care about the sex thing so much as I am about the Timeless Children shit.
Whatever. Just could you fix it? And it's like, it's very clear that there's not going to be any fixing of
But the good news is you can still go back and watch the good ones.
Yes, you can. You can. The 14th Doctor says he's gay now is so important because this whole series of specials has all been about how fluid the Doctor is.
This recent series of specials. They're like, no, he always was, because David Tennant and Matt Smith and them said they were before. They weren't, though.
I'm sitting here thinking, right? I'm sitting here thinking, like, what if they did this back in the 70s and it was like a 5-part serial about the Doctor's gender identity, People would be like, what the fuck?
People were like, what the fuck now, too?
What the fuck?
They're like, why are we doing, can we just have Doctor Who and just be like, hey, we're going to go kick ass and take names and, be the Doctor. I mean, no, we can't be the Doctor because we have to shoehorn all this other shit in there.
I mean, the third Doctor dressed like Liberace, but he also knew jujitsu, but he was very, like, if any Doctor was going to be gay, it was going to be the third Doctor, but like, it never came up.
But that was like a running joke.
It was but it was like, it never really came up.
The Doctor's always queer because basically what's going on is like everything else. you pandered to what we wanted, and now we're latching on to that, and it's ours now, and no one else can have it. And it's always been that way because we said so. We see this with like She-Ra. We saw this with other shows they got hold of, like Voltron and different stuff. We see this with cartoons. We see this with RPG. We see this with Star Wars. We see this all this shit because you're just so obsessed with who you're fucking at all times.
That's what see, this is where things took a turn for the weird in pop culture, is we basically have like shippers running the shows now. Like I think in this case, Russell T Davies basically is just like, oh, fuck these people. I'm going to make the Doctor.
That's okay. They're going to say fuck you and not watch the stuff.
That's probably what's going to happen.
And the thing is, the majority of people aren't watching it because they're like, what the hell is this? And it's not because they're istophobic people. They're just like very confused because historically speaking, it hasn't been that way. I'm sorry.
No. And that's So it's like, I mean, look, you want to chase off a certain demographic, and a lot of these showrunners, a lot of these authors, they proudly are like, I don't want the bigots watching my shit.
But they're labeling everyone who doesn't like their show as a bigot.
Yeah. And
we're going to change the show drastically from its source material, but you're a bigot if you don't like it.
I mean, I would even be kind of the same thing if all of a sudden they were like with Captain Jack. They were like, oh, you know what? Captain Jack, he is strictly straight now.
I would be like, that's not Captain Jack.
It's like, that's not Captain Jack. No, he's just like if they had somebody that was like super conservative, it's like Captain Jack, he is straight as an arrow, and he's only going to have sex when he's married. He's going to be a born-again virgin.
That's like...
He's going to put the genie back in the bottle and then put a belt on.
We'd be like, no, that's not him at all.
It's like, that's not how that doesn't... Yes, you can't cork Captain Jack. He's been
uncorked many times.
He's been uncorked throughout the entire galaxy. Everyone's
apparently on set, too.
Yes.
Can we wrap this up, though?
I get
this at this point. I'd be more surprised if they didn't go there because it's so predictable. It's so tiresome. It's so old. And then they're going to be like, when the ratings are down, it's because bigots. No, it's because you really, 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 really are getting over the top ridiculous about all this shit. And people are tired of it. They're just tired.
Doctor Who, every damn franchise, whatever. I mean, just the point now where it's like,
don't watch it, guys.
Don't watch it.
Then they're not. Then they're going to be like, well, I guess we're going to lose money. And then they're going to, eventually they're going to have to try to set it right because, or shut it down.
Shut it down.
Because they just lost their entire audience they spent decades building.
Doctor Who, for me, ended with Capaldi. Like, that's it. And I love Capaldi. He gets such a raw deal. Capaldi is my favorite New Who Doctor, hands down. I freaking love him so much. He was just given such shit to work with. And actually, Missy was my favorite incarnation of the Master. I think if they had just done Missy and the Doctor together, that would have been amazing. But
they didn't have to be like together.
No, not together.
I'm talking. Here's the thing: you could actually be friends with somebody and not want to fuck them.
I never got the vibe. I mean, there's some like flirty here and there, but I kind of got that they were sort of like close friends, brothers, rivals. They had a very complicated relationship. I never got romantic. From it, but
no, but these people will because they look.
Oh, absolutely.
You can't be friends with anyone.
You gotta fuck all your friends, right? Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up. I think they're gonna be wrapping the show up here pretty soon. I don't know, guys. I think next week's numbers are gonna be worse.
I'm out. Don't care. Other than
I don't care. Other than make fun of it, I don't give a shit.
Look at the numbers because I'm sure it's gonna go down more, and by the next Doctor, they're gonna hit the floor.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, sorry.
Yeah, because people were only tuning in for Tennant. Once he's gone, that's it.
Especially if you're obviously going down a whole other path and making a Doctor completely different from before.
Yep.
You're gonna get what you deserve. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, so let's wrap this up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.